Vlogmas Day 18. What's up, KJ fam? It's your girl Kayla, and I'm back with another freaking video. Okay, y'all, so basically today what I'm gonna do is give you guys a story time about how I almost got kicked out of my dorm. My dorm, y'all. How I almost got kicked out of my dorm my sophomore year in college, y'all. So basically, it's a good little juicy little, story about a delusional girl, and we're gonna get right into that. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification bell on, and comment down below what video you guys want to see. Like, I gotta let us know down in the comments so we can, provide that for y'all. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Y'all make sure y'all grab y'all snacks, you know what I'm saying, get you a little drink, you know what I'm saying, get ready for the tea, y'all, because it's just real messy. Like, it's just real messy. Y'all watch Messy Monday with my favorite, dang, I can't think of his name, by Lil Zoe. He be like, let's get into this mess. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna get into this mess. Okay, so it starts off, and I might still have like the messages, so I might put them right here for you guys to see. I don't know if I didn't deleted it or if I screenshotted it. I'm gonna see. No promises, but I'm gonna see. But let's start from the beginning. Where do I start? I'm also not gonna be using like real names, just out of the convenience of not trying to put nobody's business out there, and then at the same time they might not want me to talk about it. So you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna use like other people's names. So I had moved into my dorm and I met my roommate. Her name, we're gonna call her, my roommate, we're gonna call her Amber. Okay, Amber. Now keep in mind, y'all, when I first met Amber, like on Instagram, she slid into the DMs, you know what I'm saying? She slid into my DMs, and she was basically like telling me about her, like little things about her, We were just chatting it up over the summer. We actually had got on FaceTime and everything, like, and she seemed like a cool girl. I'm not gonna lie though, like, I thought she was a little strange, but I wasn't really trying to judge nobody off of, like, just talking on the phone. And she wasn't that, like, she wasn't bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like dog her. Like, she wasn't bad. She seemed like, a manageable person that I could live with for the semester. So, boom, so I move in, right? And the way my dorm room is set up is it's two rooms, 2 beds, and then 2 beds. So we have roommates on the other side. So my roommates on the other side, their names, we're gonna call them Casey and Joni, because she's a girl. Why would I call her Joni? So Casey and Joni and Amber, my roommates. So when I first moved in, right, the first person I saw, I think I saw all of them at the same time. But I talked to my roommate more than the other ones before when I first got there. So I was talking to Amber, we were talking up, she had moved in, and it's all cool and dandy. Now, let me give you guys a couple of facts about Amber. She smokes and she has a boyfriend, which that's not no issue, girl. Be in love and, get a little high if that's what you want to do. But let me tell y'all how I get crazy. So Amber ends up leaving and she going to go smoke, right? So I'm like, okay, I really don't care, like, go do you, boom. So my other 2 roommates, they came over and they was like, hey girl, they was introducing themselves, we was chopping it up, and they had slid in this little question, like a little question that had me like, They was like, so do you like your roommate? I was like, do I like my roommate? Like, why would I not like her? Like, what? Yeah, she seemed cool. Like, y'all got something to tell me that I don't know? So boom, they was just like, oh, okay. And they just made this weird face and then they walked off. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, interesting. So then after that happened, right, she had came back in smelling like straight weed. Like, as soon as she come in the door, you can smell it, like, it's strong. So when we first moved in too, the fire alarm system was like very sensitive. So like if people were smoking in their dorms, because it was a freshman dorm, I was a sophomore living in a freshman dorm, but when you smoke in the room, or if you smoke, or it's just sensitive, so it'll go off immediately, like as soon as it senses that. So it was just so strange, because I think it was that same night when I was moving in, because my mom was there, the fire alarm had went off and we had all went downstairs. And then that's when, you know, my roommates, you know, just started going off. They was like, oh, I hope it wasn't our roommate, you know, smelling like smoking and stuff, because like we can get fined, because you can get fined. It's like a big fee. I think everybody in the room has to pay like $150 fine if they find weed, or if it smell like weed. Like, if you didn't go forth and like snitch on that person, then you're gonna get fined as well. Who's gonna get fined? Who? Anyway, so, and like I told y'all, every time she come in the room, it smells dead in the face. Like, you can smell it. So, boom. After that, they had told me that. I was like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all expressing y'all concerns with me. This is not my first rodeo with a roommate. So, let's just, you know, go ahead and squash whatever we may be feeling like. Let's go ahead and put it out there that we don't want this. Oh, and also, guys, because I told y'all, remember, a couple of facts, she smoked and she got a boyfriend. Not only was that, I was the last person to move into the dorm too. So it was Casey who moved in first, and she had experienced like a little couple of days with her. And she basically was also telling me like her boyfriend was spending the night in the room, and how she had woke up one day and he had came out the bathroom like this is like where he lived or something. This is a dorm room with 3 other girls. That's disrespectful. I don't care what nobody say in the comments, when nobody's sticking in their head. Yeah, you in love, but you in the room with 3 other girls. How they supposed to take a shower and feel comfortable in their own room? You know what I'm saying? Without disrespecting her and her boyfriend in the room, and then at the same time, she disrespected them. So I was like, yeah. So after that, I told y'all, so we had a conversation. I was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and squash that, because baby, one thing about me, I'm not gonna sleep in the room with you and your boyfriend. Like, that's just strange. I don't think that's cool. Like, no, I sleep comfortably. Let's just say that. I don't sleep with like much on, so it's just like I want to be able to sleep comfortably in my room, period. So, and that's just a respect thing. I would not have my dude over there, you know what I'm saying, like interrupting any, like, no, that's just, no, not me. So let me hurry get with the story, because it's kind of long and I'm kind of taking my time, so let me hurry up. Ooh, okay. So boom, this is where it started getting a little juicy, right? So like little stuff, we was all cool. We never had our conversation, y'all. We never had a conversation like how we supposed to. Every time I kept bringing it up, she would be leaving. They would have to go to class. I would have to go to class. I'd be gone, because I work. Casey works. And it's just like a whole lot of. So it's just like our schedules never met up for everybody to be in the room at the same time, right? So boom, out of nowhere, something happened. Okay, so boom, it'd be like little situations where Amber would feel like left out, or like she would feel like, I don't know, which listen y'all, we will always invite her sometimes. Like, we invited her a couple of times, and after a while we got tired of her saying no, so we stopped asking her to hang out with us, because she would want to hang out with her boyfriend, which is understandable. You want to hang out with your boo, go hang out with your boo, but don't be upset with us when we're hanging out together and you're not with us when you told us no when you want to hang out with your boo. But that's besides the point. So we start asking. At that point, if you want to come, you know you're welcome. You know you're invited, because you've been invited multiple times. So just come. So it was a situation where she started to feel some type of way towards Casey first, y'all. So Casey, and Amber were in a group chat, and she texted in the group chat and was like, the toilet isn't working, y'all. I'm gonna put the messages right here. I can't remember word for word. I'm gonna put it in, y'all can see for yourselves. She was like, the toilet isn't working, it's not flushing, Me and Casey didn't respond, because what do I need to say to that? Nothing. And so she texted in the group chat like a couple of hours later and was like, not that I expect a text back, but I was just letting y'all know. Now, that sounds like you have an attitude. Even just reading it, that sounds like an attitude. So that's when a couple of hours later, because I didn't respond to that either, because I don't care. Like, you're doing too much. It's not that serious. So I'm just like one of those. I'm not into drama. I'm not going to feed into your drama either. Like, you're doing too much. That's very childish. So that's when a couple of hours later, Casey had texted me. Now keep in mind, y'all, when she texted us this, I was home, because I come home on the weekends and I wash my clothes. So I was home, and Casey was also home, and she's not from where we live. Like, I stay where I go to school, but I stay on campus and I come home sometimes, if that makes sense. Casey's not from here, so when she goes home, she's far. Like, she has to get on the highway type stuff. So yeah, like I was saying, when she texted, we both weren't home. We were both at home, and she was the only one still at the dorm. So Casey had told me she had just made it back. She had called me on the phone. She was like, I just made it back, girl. Just got out the shower, da 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 da. And I just so happened to hear Amber in the room talking junk to her boyfriend about us. Saying like, oh, they don't never text back. They always leaving me out of stuff, da 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 da. Just going in on us. Just going in. So I was just like, oh, okay, I don't care. You shouldn't care either, basically. And she was like, okay. So she hang up the phone, but then she go and then she texts in the group chat, and she was like, I was on the highway on the way back here when you text that message, so I couldn't respond. That's what she said. And she was like, yeah, something like that, right? And so I was just like, bro, let me just go ahead and text her, like, you know, because if I'm the only one that don't say nothing back to her, and it's only us three in the group chat, and she just said what she said, nah, I got to, because I wasn't gonna say nothing, but she said what she said, so then I felt obligated, like I had to say something too. So I had went and texted her, and I had said, basically explained to her why I didn't text back. I was like, bro, I be doing stuff, like I'm a very busy person, and half the time, even when I'm not busy, I don't respond to text messages, especially if I don't feel like they're respondable. So like, I just didn't respond, and I'm sorry if you felt offended. I ain't mean to hurt your feelings or anything. That's what I said, in a nutshell. I just don't know. I ain't say that exactly. If I put the message right here, y'all see. But I don't think she responded back to that, right? So after I had texted that, I had made it back, got in the room, and then I think the first two people I saw Casey and what I said her name was gonna be? Joni. I saw Casey and Joni first, right? So I come in the room and Casey came up to me. She was like, oh, she's not talking to me. I think she has a problem with me. Like, she looked at me and didn't say nothing, da 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 da. I was like, girl, don't worry about it. It's not that serious. Like, let that jump go. So then after that, they ended up going to class, and that's when my roommate came in, Amber came in. She was like, she came up to me and she was like, I just want to let you know I don't have no issue with you. My issue is with Casey and Casey only, because Casey always ignores me every time I text and call her. It's always an issue, da 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 da. And I'm just like, oh Lord, now I'm in the middle of it. And at first I thought you was mad at me, and now I'm in the middle of it. Oh my God, like, she come to me and they come to me. I don't like no stuff like that. So I'm going fast forward because all this stuff is irrelevant. This isn't even the issue. I'm just trying to give you guys backstory. So this whole thing happens where they're mad at each other, and I end up trying to tell them, like, please be friends, because we all are roommates, or if not friends, be cordial, because we're all roommates and we all have to stay together, da 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 da. Anyways, long story short, they end up being cool, right? Boom, this is where everything went left. Now, keep in mind, y'all, before I start telling y'all why I almost got kicked out of my room, y'all, I told her, don't have your boyfriend spend the night in the room, period. Y'all, I was editing the video and I realized that I told y'all that I said that she couldn't have her boyfriend in there, period. But really, her boyfriend would be in there, because on the weekend I would leave. I didn't even like, on the weekend I told her, like, I don't care if he come on the weekend because I'll be gone. Like, I go wash my clothes on the weekend. So I made it clear that on the weekend that could be her time to do whatever she want to do. But when I come back during the week, respect my area, like my space, period. But I'm gonna let y'all get back into the video. I don't play those type of games. I don't do that. If you gonna try me, girl, if you're gonna try me, bruh, you don't want to try me, because I will tee up. Like, I will show you who I am. Don't play with me. So I'm just playing, y'all. I'm really not mean, but I will be. If you like, try me. Don't do that, because I'm nice. So boom. What happened was, I was in my roommate's room. I told you it was two sides, and I went to their side. And I was in the room, we was just having fun. And I just remember we was vibing out, listening to music, like playing around. And I was in there until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I ended up leaving their room and coming back to my room. And every time I go in there, because I always, you know what I'm saying, I told y'all I don't barely sleep anything on. I always like get comfortable. I always check the room to make sure her boyfriend's still not in there, because he do be in there, and I don't mind that. But like when it's time for me to go to sleep, I want to be able to be free, so I have to make sure he's not in there. So I always check her side of the room. The cover were over, like it was over the whole bed, which was suspicious to me. But I'm not gonna go over there and yank it to see. So you know, I got comfortable, got in the bed, went to sleep, and then I had a class in the morning, so my timer went off. Now I just want to keep, because times are very important when I tell you this part. I set my timer. My class was at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I set my timer for like 7 and 7:30. Right? Yeah. Or no, my class is at 8:30 or 8. Ooh, I can't remember. I think it was like 8, and I set my timer for 7 and 7:30 and 7. So I wake up for my first alarm, right? I go roll over to turn it off, and I look over and I'm looking at her boyfriend, me and him making eye contact with each other. He just in the bed like looking at me like normal. Like this is like you could just sleep in here and we could just look at each other. So and my first instinct was like psych out, like, you know what I'm saying, go off. But I didn't, y'all. I kept my cool, and I was like, okay, how do I handle this situation correctly without turning this thing into something that I don't gotta be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I get this together? So I got up, got out the bed, went in the bathroom, and I texted my roommates on the other side so I could go over there with them so I could calm down. I went over there with them and I told them, and they was like, girl, what? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. And I was telling them, like, I told her, don't do this, da 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 da. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna go in there and like wake them up and psych out. And she was like, no, 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 no. So I ended up talking to my mom. I was talking to her mom, and they was telling me, like, just go over there and, you know, talk to her after the boyfriend leaves. So I hear the door open, he leaves. And I go in there with Amber, you know, trying to have a civil conversation with my roommate. You can tell she had already had an attitude for whatever reason, and I'm gonna tell y'all what her reason was to have an attitude. But how she addressed me when I first came in the room was just like nasty attitude. So I was just like, y'all, I'm gonna put this blanket on, I'm cold. In my room, I got my fan on high. I should have turned it off, but I'm just gonna get comfortable. So I ended up addressing her, and I was like, so why? I was like, so, you know, I told you, like, that ain't cool for you to have your boyfriend over. Like, why would you allow him to sleep over? You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't, like, don't do that. This is what this this is what this girl told me. She said, I didn't let him spend the night over. Last night when we finally came back from smoking, he seen that I was upset because y'all was in the room and didn't invite me. Y'all was in there until 2 o'clock in the morning and didn't invite me, laughing. And he knew I was upset, so he said he left and he set a timer to come back in here in the morning and lay down with me. Girl. First of all, even if that was true, baby, he shouldn't be coming in here early in the morning without you letting me know. And you know I don't be having barely any clothes on. And you know I be getting up in the morning because you know my classes are in the morning. So why would you allow him to come in here in the morning even if you was upset or not? And secondly, girl, you had no reason to be upset when you could have just came over there. That was what I was thinking. I was like, girl, I'm gonna let you have that, but don't let it happen. Like, don't let him sleep over here, basically. And she was like, yeah, okay, Kayla. And I was like, yeah. And then I left the room because I was heated, bro. So I had went over there. I'm not gonna lie, I had started psyching out. Like, I was talking loud, like I was psyching out. Because I had to calm down, because if I did it to her, bro, we probably would have, bro. So I had walked off, calmed down, da-da-da-da-da. Next thing I know, she texted my phone talking about something. It's not too late to switch rooms, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all. So I was like, okay, this girl got me messed up. I walked back over there, because what I'm texting you for, we in the same room. So I walked back over there. I'm like, girl, we in the same room. Like, ain't nobody moving. What are you talking about? What is your issue? Like, you must want it to be an issue at this point, because I walked away. I'm trying to, you know, spare you. Like, relax. And so she was like talking, da 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 da. That's my other two roommates. I guess they had like, you know, wanted to let whatever they had to say off their chest. That's when they came over and they started talking too. And then she shut down. Like, she just shut down. She was like, I don't care. So boom, it all escalated to the point where I was sitting in the doorway and she had texted her boyfriend to come so she could leave with him. And she had pushed me out of the doorway, y'all. Like, that's how far it had escalated, because she had got so upset because I was addressing her. I was like, girl, you're crazy. I was like, you're making up stuff in your head. You want an issue to arise for no reason. I was going in on her. And she had called her boyfriend. She had pushed me out the doorway because I was standing in the doorway talking my junk. So after she had pushed me out the doorway, her stuff had fell, and that's when I had started psyching out. But like, I didn't put my hands on her, but I was just like, girl, I will beat your behind. I will beat your behind. I was so upset because you just put your hands on me for no reason. So I was just psyching out, and she ended up leaving like real quick. So she had ended up leaving and going with her boyfriend. Next thing I know, I had called my friends. And my roommates had called their parents, and they had called like downstairs at that point. So no, they hadn't called downstairs. I think they were on the phone with their parents and they were talking. But then I get a phone call, and it's from Amber, and she's like, and I declined it because I'm like, what are you calling me for? And so then she come in the room, but her boyfriend come with her, and he fussing at me. He come in the room yelling at me, talking about something. Why you put your hands on her? Why you push her? I ain't put my hands on this crazy delusional girl. She put her hands on me. You need to be fussing at her and telling her, why would you put your hands on her? Because you know she's gonna fight you and beat you up. Like, why would you do that? So I was just like, what? And he was just yelling. He getting all aggressive, walking up towards me like he a man, like he, about to do something to me. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, boy, you must put your hands on me, because you don't put your hands on me. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. And that's not me being like, I'm a girl, I could beat you up type stuff. No, I don't got to. You could probably beat me up, but I sure will get my brothers on. You know what I'm saying? I have many of them. They're not gonna just let that slide because you beat up. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go to jail. So yeah, bro, try me. I was like, yeah, you need to get out of my face before it gets serious and gets heated. You want a problem? I can make it a problem. So after that, that's when their parents had called downstairs, and people had came upstairs, and it just became this big thing to the point where she really believed her own lie that I pushed her. So she went to the police and told these people that I pushed her. Like, I mean, this was like a crazy girl. She went to the police and said that I pushed her and all this stuff. I was like, oh my God. So the police had to write a statement and all this stuff. And this whole time we kept trying to get her put out the room because it's 3 people against 1, and we're telling you that this girl put her hands on me not because we don't like her, but because she put her hands on me. And she the one time I put my hands on her. So yeah, and then after that, the police was involved and all this stuff happened, and it was just a whole lot of. And then another situation happened. Like, we had not talked to this girl. I literally wasn't even sleeping in my room with her, like, so she couldn't even lie on me, like, because she already lied on me. So it's like, I don't even want to be in the room with a liar. And then what? She crazy, obviously. What, she gonna kill me in my sleep? So I wasn't even sleeping in there. And this girl ended up saying something like, I said I was gonna kill her and all this stuff. And then that's when the people was just like, okay, this has gotten out of hand because this girl's making accusations saying that you were gonna kill her. And I'm thinking to myself, kill her? I like my life. Why would I want to kill her? For what? Because what? She's accused me of pushing her? No. If that was the case, she would have been dead. If I was, because the whole time the investigation is going on about her accusing me, she's sleeping in the room, perfectly sound sleep for days, y'all. Like, this had been going on for a week, and now she coming out of nowhere telling me I'm gonna kill her. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, y'all, it was just so crazy. And after that, y'all, I was so fed up and aggravated. Like, I was so annoyed. I think that experience really deterred me from ever wanting to be in a room with anybody. Like, after this year, after this next semester with my roommates, I will not do it. If I can't get a room to myself, I won't stay on campus. I'll stay home and do online, because y'all, it's just that's just too much for me. I can't. And you never know who you're gonna be roommates with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, no. And I felt like during the whole situation where this was going on, the adults handled the situation so horribly, like so horribly. It was horrible. The whole thing was horrible. My mom was so upset with how they handled it. I was making suggestions. I even told the man downstairs, I was like, can I get a temporary room until we figure out like what the living arrangement's gonna be? He was like, no, we don't do temporary rooms here, da 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 da. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you can't make this one-time exception when you see things are heated. And then after I made that, you know, told him to do that, that's when she came out and had the chance to say that I said I was gonna kill her. But if you would have moved me out of the room, she wouldn't even had the chance to say that. So y'all, it was just a whole lot. It was just really crazy. And I ended up having to switch rooms. We all did. Everybody had to leave their room and go to different rooms. Like, we all got split up. So we all have different rooms, different roommates. And every time I see her, oh, I just be wanting to fight her. But like now, I don't feel the same way. Like when I see her now, it's just like, yeah, you're weird, you're disgusting. But I don't hate her. Like, it is what it is type stuff. So I guess that's really the end of the story. I really kind of tried to sum up the end part because this is a long video. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. But that's my story time about how I almost got kicked out. Well, I guess I did get kicked out my dorm room and got put in another dorm room, y'all. So all right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to my story. I really appreciate the love and support that you guys give us, and please continue to support our channel, y'all. We are trying to grind and we are trying to make it. So with that being said, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Please turn your post notification bell on so you guys can be aware when we drop a new video, and make sure you guys comment down below what videos y'all want to see. And with that being said,